I was just thinking about some shit. Like, how the fuck do you people get the the like they can worry about the provenance of their fiat currency being eroded by uh Im, immutable transparent ledger technology or blockchain when your bureaucrats won't even crack open a bottle of water. Whenever somebody gets a storm and there's a bunch of salt water or there's a flood and there's bacteria in the water, so it's not drinkable or non-potable water, that's when these motherfuckers decide it's funny to not give them any fresh water. So if the technology exists for uh, automation of services for relief, and it's delegated through a node, not some motherfucking human, some motherfucker who's still human, who's supposed to take on the weight and the responsibility of the world. He probably resents it and probably says, fuck you guys for trusting me, you damn asshole, and sell all your, you know what I'm saying, sell all your data. You know, I don't know what that applies to this. Basically, some data will be transparent and immutable and forever indelible on the blockchain, and some data will be encrypted through application, side by side running application. You would have to use various applications. You can get them to cling together. It'll all be managed by there's a few different wallets. I'll manage them all for you. So easy. You don't have to do this. I'm not saying that because it's so easy and everything's ready made that you have to fall in line. Thing is that I already see how it's going to be possible that people won't even know that or be able to correlate that what they're using is a form of capital. Like, they'll get it to them before they even know that it's capital. And I'm telling you, not because I have a feeling. It's not because I have a feeling. There's a discussion going on. You just have to join up with it. And if you're not on certain social media apps like Medium, Discord, Telegram, then you're just not interested, period. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? People think, oh, that's scams and everything like that. Man, this shit is not even about getting rich. It's just about functionality wherein people can do things that they couldn't do before. And so since that exists on all these shills and everything, eventually I'm going to mention one of these names of these platforms that is also a crypto that manages your NFTs, and they're going to go fucking marbles or whatever they call that shit, freaking out like goddamn flannels, all the shills. This shit just blocks your shit. Then you got to feel all some type of way. Then people calling you Judaism. Your shit is Judaism. First of all right, man, that doesn't fucking mute the fact that there's some shit going on behind your back or in front of your face and you don't know it. But because your thinking is all along the lines of like, money pays the rent. I know what money is. I have currency in my hand all the time. I put money in my pocket. But taboos and colloquial contortion has just subverted your language. Everybody can see it. Sooner or later, they're going to have to fall in line with that. Not what I say. So stop, like, you know what I'm saying, acting like I gotta be mad because you don't know shit. I just have to stand up or withstand to a little bit of reverse trolling or people getting together and mocking me or whatever. And then some people are looking at me seriously. Not everybody can notice that some people are starting to get what I'm saying. Not everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be like a thing or some shit? Like, you already made it a thing. It was never supposed to be. Poof. Be gone, shit. Go read a book. You don't even think of yourself investing in yourself with a little information, like somebody's information isn't valuable, you gotta know, like you would have to know that. Because I'm not really fucking with you like that, like all that and shit, like bots and shit. Like really, people just bring up things because they're excited about it or there's something that they found out about. So because you guys are so texturized and conditioned, you're so y'all been tenderized like a new delicacy, then this shit will just pass over your head, just like metaphors, like taxi cabs, like a Wu-Tang classic. Pew over your head, like fucking what's that pot-bellied puppet that found one shoe? That dude is like all these fuck it, I don't know. It's okay to be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've been so wrong. It's just there's no way to really calculate somebody's ability to be what's it called? Commitment or whatever. There's no way to come. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell if I'm commitment. You know what I mean? You know, how does motherfuckers leave you hanging by telling you that you should invest in this and flip it? They said it's gonna go up. Don't worry, it's not gonna go down. You said, I trust you. I don't. You know, you seem smart. I don't know about these things, but I believe you. And if you're wrong, I'll just hold you accountable or whatever the fuck that is. It doesn't go. It's you. It's there's two. How could that even be there? Then how could it even be that? Like, is that really? No, that's like the absence of thought. And people say like, "Oh, when it happened, I didn't think. I could have bought that then. I didn't think." You could buy something now without thinking about getting rich or thinking about making money. It'd be like a fringe niche group, small little group. But I did not have no idea alien worlds. I had no idea. That shit, the only reason that much liquidity was allowed to go my way was because the wallet had been taken down for maintenance and I couldn't sell it because I would have sold it when it had 10x. I would have sold it when it had 20, 50, 100, 150. By the time 150, then the wallet's open and okay, go ahead and you can sell. It had already dropped. It had already dropped like 200% when I sold. It had already dropped. It was still going down. A lot of people didn't pull the trigger. So I guess you could sound smart because I sold something that people thought because it had been absorbed by a Binance liquidity pool and it hadn't been subjected to Asian adoption market yet. They were waiting for the Asian adoption market and that shit continued to go down and didn't come back up for another few months. So in another few months, you could have been selling the dip again and still lose even more. All of these things are possible, and I'm totally capable of hitting all those balconies on the way down too. So I was only win because I got interested in a hobby of a niche community and was looking at their Telegram. I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? I was enriched by that to an extent, then maybe you could say that I have to pursue happiness in other forms. Anyway, so I got out ahead of them in crafting not my actual NFTs that I'm holding, but the utility token that was going to be used for crafting, and that's not even recommendable. It wasn't supposed to get added to a liquidity pool at that time. If you bought Axie Infinity SP whatever token that they have for their utility crafting, it had already been priced in and you would only have experienced a bump of another 50% or something. So you won soup and salad money. I stole that from somebody. Soup and salad. So you won the soup and salad. Yeah. And those people who would try to do that are smart. So like he even have as much and more intelligence than I do, didn't make as much out as much. Do you see where I'm going with this? With these scams and shit? You see how I'm like leading you down this road? And then there are some bureaucrats that want to make sure that this possibility is not can't happen for you. They want you to be able to use crypto, but they don't want it to be possible for it to make you rich. Now, I don't know why anybody should be mad because somebody didn't have to work too hard, and you know what I mean. If they got something because they were playing Magic the Gathering on, I don't know, I'll make something up, on Vivi Ecomi, or they had what's the other one for Virtue something. Um, something Virtua. One of these platforms. There's like the Immersis metaverse is like really janky, but it's very interesting. Right? Just fuck around with those. Just fuck around with those geeks. Just get a free ride along and shit. Just like a free ride along with the smart people. Not because I did something that people said was smart, like you're going to invest like smart people do, and typically that results in prominence. Like you will be afforded prominence because you made a smart decision to invest. So that's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. You could miss out on token swaps when they upgrade to mainnet and get stuck with absolutely worthless tokens, and then they can explain that to you on Telegram, and they'll be very friendly and everything. And then there'll also be some scammers in there that's trying to tell you that if you download this malware, that you can still not miss out on swaps on the token swap. So it's complicated, and more there's involved assets that you could still look for something for you, even if you don't. I mean, I'm saying a lot of these things require you to be involved. Just look for something that doesn't. Honestly, just look for something that doesn't involve you to be involved. And then don't let that be your only go-to, and that's it. It's just thinking. You're just changing your thinking. I had to be homeless before I get my change in my thinking. I wonder how people could be so not thinking or stinking thinking or group thinking. I wondered how people could be, or not think, or whatever you call that shit. But it's entrainment. And so because entrainment is painful, then people don't want to reverse their entrainment. And they see people who have done so, right, and have maybe bore some of the shock, maybe from the double aspect, right, the aspect of the doppel. You only have what you give, right, in so many ways, and you try to explain doing that action and loses it, this reciprocity, because it's supposed to be in nature. It's supposed to be in nature. I'm not saying I'm there. It's just like, I'm an ascended master. It's like, hell no. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, I can make the correlation. I can see a little bit over or through the patch, through the vortex, right? You can't maybe see that world, and you can't maybe kick down a door and just, you know what I'm saying, and be able to see what's over there without drastically, altering the perspective for something not really beneficial. Then you just have to put a little tiny hole and then whittle it away. Because you'll find sometimes in order to attract the right mentor or something, you just need to be able to absorb knowledge. And like, even if you already know that knowledge, then let other people absorb it, because then blocking the people from absorbing something that you think is rudimentary, right? You lose all meaning. Very serious. Like, you have to consider that to be like very serious. I mean, that's like a concern. I mean, I can't say it's a fear, because I'm worried about my sanity in that instance. I'm not all, I have to see, I can't be like, oh, we're now, like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I was just saying. Yeah, you get it. You get it. It didn't come out right.